Okay, let's have now the next one, which is the F distribution. So, commonly, we use F distribution to test whether two samples are from population having equal variances. So, tinitingnan natin kung pwede natin gamitin si F distribution kung ang iti-test natin is dalawang population, okay, pero they have equal variances. Also, ginagamit din ito for several populations means simultaneously known as analysis of variance or the ANOVA. So yung susunod na lesson natin dito, we will have the discussion for ANOVA. We have one-way or two-way test using the ANOVA. Okay? So in both situations, the population are assumed to follow a normal distribution and the data must be at least interval scale. So ibig sabihin, pwede natin itong gamitin if we have interval scale dun sa ating level of measurement. Okay? So what are the characteristics of the F distribution? So there is a family of F distributions. A particular member of the family is determined by two parameters. Kaya dito, dalawa ang degree of freedom na hahanapin natin. We have the degree of freedom sa numerator at yung degree of freedom sa denominator. Kasi mamaya sa formula natin, we have values for numerator and values for the denominator. Okay? Then again, it is continuous. Ibig sabihin yung tail natin tuloy-tuloy na ganyan ha. Yun yung sinasabi na continuous. Pero dito, ang possible value lang natin for the F distribution is 0 to positive infinity. So, ibig sabihin, hindi tayo pwede magkaroon ng negative. Values cannot be negative. And dahil wala tayong negative, positively skewed yung ating graph. Okay? Long tail tayo sa right side. So as the degree of freedom increases in both numerator and the denominator, the distribution approaches a normal distribution. Okay? So kapag tumataas yung degree of freedom natin, both ha, sa numerator at saka sa denominator, that's the time na magiging or nearly approaching normal distribution siya. Ayan. So, again, it is asymptotic. So, ibig sabihin, as f approaches the positive infinity, the curve approaches the x but never touches it. Ayan. Kaya pagka nag-draw tayo, eto siya. Pag nag-draw tayo, hindi niya matatouch yung x-axis natin. Same sa normal distribution natin, ha? Okay. So, i-compare natin yung graph ng tatlo. We have the C distribution, yung standard normal distribution natin, yung T distribution at saka yung F distribution. Tingnan nyo to ha. Okay, ito yung itong mataas na to, ayan, na kulay gray. That is for the C distribution kasi nga 'di ba, ang tendency is lumapit sa value ng mean yung mga raw scores natin. Pagka naman T distribution, kung mapapansin niyo, let's say ito, ayan, 'di ba? Malapad yung base pero mababa yung height. Kasi the more naman siyang lumalayo, 'di ba? Yung discuss natin sa T distribution kanina, the more naman siyang lumalayo sa mean. Ayan, okay? Pero meron din itong meron din itong dalawang klase. Halimbawa, yung distribution natin na malapit sa 30. Okay, remember 'di ba? It should be less than 30. Okay? Pero 'di ba, yung 29, 28 malapit na yun sa 30. Kaya mapapansin niyo, ayan, medyo mas mataas siya compare sa mas mababa sa 30 yung sample size natin. Pagka mababa sa 30 yung sample size natin, mababa yung curve, ayan. Tapos the more na mas malapad yung base. Pagka mataas yung natin, close sa 30 yung sample size natin, eto yun yung kulay pula, ayan. Medyo mataas yung curve compare dito sa smaller than 30 at medyo mas hindi malapad, 'di ba, yung kanyang base compared dito sa smaller than 30. Pagka naman F distribution, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, positively skewed tayo. Ang pinakamababang value natin diyan is 0, ang pinakamataas natin is positive infinity. Hindi tayo pwedeng makakuha ng negative na distribution kapag F distribution ang ginagamit natin. So, lagi siyang right skewed. Okay? Mag-start kayo sa 0, then continuous kayo sa positive infinity. Okay? So, example tayo. Is there a difference between the variances of the number of weeks on the bestseller list for non-fiction and fiction books? So, ibig sabihin, dalawa yung pinag-uusapan natin dito ha. Yung number of weeks na nakadisplay yung mga non-fiction at saka yung number of weeks na naka-display yung mga fiction books. Okay, sabi, merong 15 New York Times best-selling fiction books had a standard deviation of 6.17 weeks on the list. So, ibig sabihin, itong 15 na fiction books natin ay merong standard deviation na 6.17 weeks na nasa listahan ng bestseller. Okay? Tapos, 16 New York Times bestselling nonfiction had a standard deviation of 13.12 weeks on the list. Okay? Remember, magkaiba ng property yan, di ba? Kasi yung isa, fiction books. Yung iba naman ay, yung isa ng grupo naman ay non-fiction books. Okay? So, yung fiction books, approximately, ang standard deviation na nasa list sila as bestseller is 6.17 weeks. While yung non-fiction, ang standard deviation nila is 13.12 weeks silang nasa bestseller list. Okay? At 90% significance level, can we conclude that there is a difference in the variances? Okay? Remember ha, ang pinagko-compare natin ay magkaibang population, 'di ba? Yung isa ay fiction, yung isa ay non-fiction. Pangalawa, magkaiba din sila ng standard deviation. Yung isa 6.17, yung isa 13.12. 6.17 yung fiction, 13.12 yung non-fiction. So titignan natin if there is a significant difference in the variances of the two population. Okay, so to continue, ito ulit tayo. So dito inuna kong gumawa ng null hypothesis. So ganito ko siya ginawa. There is a significant difference in the variance of the number of weeks between the fiction and the non-fiction book sold in the bestseller list. Bakit there is ang ginawa ko? Okay? Kasi sabi dito sa problem, ayan, we have to conclude if there is a difference. Yan, dito ko siya hinango. There is a difference. Kaya dito ang ginawa ko, ang null hypothesis ko, there is a significant difference. Ayan, okay? Kapag ginawa natin yan sa mathematical statement, ganito lang yan. Yung variance to mga anak kaya siya S squared. Yung variance ng fiction book is equal to the variance of the non-fiction book. Kasi nga, there is a significant difference. 'Di ba? Hindi katulad yung example ko doon sa t-distribution, yung score ng IE student at saka ng lahat ng estudyante sa college na kumukuha ng calculus, no significant. Kaya pag ginawa natin yun ng ganitong statement, not equal to. Ito kasi there is a significant, kaya equal yung ginawa kong statement. Okay? Then lista natin yung mga data natin or yung mga given natin. So remember, meron tayong dalawang grupo ha. We have the fiction and the non-fiction book. Ang sample natin sa fiction is 15. Ang sample natin sa non-fiction is 16. Kaya pwede na natin kunin yung degree of freedom natin. Ang degree of freedom natin para sa fiction is 15 minus 1 will give you 14. While sa non-fiction, 16 minus 1 will give you 15. Again, yung degree of freedom, yan ang gagamitin natin sa table mamaya. Okay? Then, stated na rin sa problem, we will be using significant level of 90%, confidence level of 90%. So therefore, ang alpha natin will be 0.10. Okay? Importante ito kasi mga anak, tatlong klaseng table yung ibibigay ko sa inyo. Yung pang 90%, yung pang 99, at saka yung pang 95. So you have to be careful. Tingnan nyo maigi dito sa taas. Okay? Kung tama yung table na ginagamit ninyo ha. So dito ang alpha is 0.10 kaya yung table na pang 0.10 ang ginamit ko. Ayan ha, tignan nyo maigi. Okay. So dito class, kunin natin yung ating computed value. Ang formula natin is standard deviation 'di ba ng non-fiction squared of the standard deviation of the non-fiction and the squared of the standard deviation of the fiction. Ma'am, lagi po pang ganyan. Tatandaan niyo, eto may note ako ha. Yung bigger value ng standard deviation, yun lagi yung nasa numerator. Yun lagi yung nasa taas. then yung mas mababa siya lagi yung nasa baba. Kasi 'di ba dito, ang non-fiction, ang standard deviation niya is 13.12. Sa fiction, ang standard deviation niya is 6.17. 'Di ba? Mas mataas si 13.12 kay 6.17. Kaya yung standard deviation ni NF ang nasa numerator. Ayan na, i-squared mga anak, baka makalimutan. Yan yung formula natin for the computed value of the F distribution. So 13.12 squared divided by 6.17 squared. So the answer is 4.522. Ayan na, meron na tayong computed value. Now, for the critical value, eto siya ha, tignan nyo maigi ha. Okay, kunin ninyo yung degree of freedom ng numerator dito sa taas. Then dito sa dito sa left side, ito yung mga number na to. Ito yung degree of freedom ng denominator. Ulit ha, yung DF1 dito sa taas, yan yung degree of freedom ng numerator. Yung DF2, ayan, ito yung degree of freedom ng denominator. Pagtatapatin nyo lang, okay? Ang degree of freedom ng numerator natin is 15. Yun sa non-fiction yun. Kasi siya yung mas mataas yung standard deviation. So, ito yung 15. Diba? Tapos yung degree of freedom ng fiction natin is 14. So, ito yung 15, ito yung 14, ito yung 15. So, therefore, ang critical value ninyo is 2.01. Ito yun. Kaya siya naging 2.01. Ayan na, ulitin ni ma'am, ulitin natin. Yung DF1, tignan nyo dyan yung degree of freedom ng nasa numerator ninyo. Yan, yung DF2, yung degree of freedom ng nasa denominator ninyo. Dito, ang numerator natin is yung non-fiction which is 15, ito yon. Then, yung degree of freedom ng denominator natin is 14, which is the fiction, dito yon. So, pagtatapatin nyo lang, ito yung 15, ito yung 14, so 2.01. Doon nakuha yung critical value. Okay? Tapos, gawa ninyo ng graph. Again ha, right skewed tayo kasi F distribution ito, 0 yung pinakamababa. Lagay natin yung positive infinity ha. Lagay natin yung 2.01 dito, yung critical value. Tapos lagay natin dito yung computed value natin na 4.522. As you can see, diba, kung ito yung critical value, lahat ito ay rejection region. Mula kay 2.01, yung critical value papunta dito sa positive infinity natin, lahat yan ay rejection region. Etong unshaded, yan yung ating acceptance region. So obviously, yung value na nakuha natin for the computed ay nasa loob ng rejection area. 'Di ba? Kaya obvious na mga anak that you will reject the null hypothesis. Okay, yung ginawa mong null hypothesis ay ire-reject mo. So therefore, dahil ni-reject mo itong null hypothesis mo, gagawa ka ng iyong conclusion. There is no, kasi ire-reject mo eh. Ang ginawa mo kasi, there is a. Pag ni-reject mo yan, there is no significant difference in the variances between the fiction and the non-fiction book sold in bestseller list. Ayan, ganyan lang siya. Tapos 'di ba, kung wala namang graph at i-compare mo lang yung computed at saka yung critical value natin, since yung computed value natin is greater than the critical, mas mataas kasi yung computed kaysa dito sa critical. Obviously, according to the rule na sinabi ko sa inyo kanina sa t-distribution, you will reject the null hypothesis. So, ibig sabihin, walang makahulugang relasyon, okay? Yung variance ng fiction at saka ng non-fiction books doon sa list ng mga bestseller na libro. Okay? So that is F distribution.